Boom. What up? What up? What up? We got Brian in here. What's up, Brian? First thing I saw was the Iceman face. Brian lives out here with me, and it is cold. He's not lying. It says, good evening on this snowy day in the Midwest. Yes, it snowed all day, and it's been cold. But thank God it's going up to 60 next week, or by Friday, it's going to get warm again. So we're pumped on that. But we got Lauren. What up? What up? We got Eric. What up, bro? Thomas. What's up, Thomas? V Dubsky. There he is. Yama Blapper. What? Oh, from Jersey, holding it down. Yeah, man. I heard it's not that cold out there. Big Faisst said it's not too bad. Here's Big Faisst. Big Faisst is up in here. There's V Dubsky. Big day here. I know the 26. How crazy is that, dude? I'm glad you're all here, dude. Monroe. What up? What up? What up? Fred. What up? What up? Elisa. Did I say that right? Stockman. Feisty. Big Faisst over here representing. He's got Trump up. Wait, I got people's comments up here by accident already. Sorry. My computer's so touchy. Like, I barely do anything. Got Jacob, Tommy Shea. What up, what up, what up? The merch is super sick. Really good quality. Hey, thank you, dude. I'm pumped. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I like. I'm pumped on the quality, too. I'm glad you guys are, too. Because it was definitely a jump up. We definitely went... made some moves in the right direction. So we got Yamaha. Oh, wait. I already got you. Fusion 2.6 on the 26. Yep, yep. We got the Royal Delinquent Dan B. What up? What up? We got Mike from Jersey, Millville. Yeah, everybody drop where you're from right now. Why I'm kind of going through the list. I love seeing where everybody's from because you guys are from all over. It's really cool. So we got V Dub already showing some love. That's the closest I can get for the 26. That's close enough, dude. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sweet. So much love for V Dubsky. We got Jake and Bake. What up? What up? Jason, Big Bang. We got Henry. What up, Henry? I recognize the name. Yep, I know Henry. And we got Adam. Adam's back. Man, we missed you last week, brother. Glad you're back. He said, hey, bub, B-dub, you win. I got it next week. But much love to you guys. Always showing love. You got Kyle. What's up, Kyle? Yes, sir. Good everybody's here. But, yeah, so most of you guys know, this how crazy is that? It's the 26th Moto Monday, and it happened to land on the 26th of October. I couldn't have planned that out ever. Because the funny thing is, I think, did we miss any Moto Mondays? I don't even know. Mel would probably know that if I missed one. So that's what's funny because, like, were we really consistent for 26 weeks straight? Maybe. I can't remember. But for some reason, I know we did a Moto Monday on a Wednesday. So I don't know if we went full straight 6. That's what I'm saying. There's no way I could have planned this out. But here's the deal. It's the 26th. And I even went and counted today because I'm like, wait, better make sure I'm right about this. And I did. This is the 26th episode. And it's on the 26th. So I think that's really cool. Hey, and here's another cool thing with 26. So this past week I was filming, obviously the weather's been jacked up out here. So I filmed a kind of a story behind all my helmets. And I went through I have obviously a helmet collection. And I have some in my garage, there's some down in the little warehouse where I got all my merch. And I kind of told some of the little history and the story behind them, of all of them. And here's the crazy thing. I counted them. Guess how many I have? I have 26 motocross helmets. I'm like, come on. I know I gave one away to my buddy Chris Ackerman, so that's 27. But still, the fact that I have 26, I had no idea. I just decided to count them after we did the show, and I'm like, no way. And I got 2 off-road helmets, so I got 28 helmets total, but 26 of them are moto. So I thought that was, I'm like, come on. You can't get away from the 26. It's too sweet. So thank all you guys for being here. If your first time here, we do this every Monday night, Moto Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time. We hang out, we talk moto, talk about riding, talk about training, talk about whatever you guys want. Bike setup. We even talk a lot about my faith, you know. That's who I am. So a lot of people have questions about that. So I'm open to answer all your questions. I like to start at the top and scroll down. The way we do it, put up question marks so I can kind of find questions through all the comments and stuff. But I try to get everybody's question in, I usually go back up. And like I said, we go for about an hour every week and talk it up. So thanks again for being here. But hey, since it's 26th and it's Moto Monday and you guys are here week after week, and if you're new here, hey, perfect time to be here, because guess what? We're going to do some giveaways. I wanted to do something cool. You guys are always here. So I'm like, what can I do on the 26th episode? So why not give away some merch? Finally got the merch in house. And that's the thing here. There's a real quick, not recap, but I guess so. Like, I don't know why what is the word I'm looking for? Anyway, not a recap, but you know what I'm talking about. This is what went down this week. I always kind of give you guys an update. That's the word I was looking for. A quick update of what happened from week to week. This whole week was really like a merch week because we basically told you guys last Monday, like, hey, the merch is here. We're about to launch it. And then on Tuesday, we kind of made it public. But from Tuesday, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those first couple of days, like I seriously was packing orders all day. And I was like, I'm a warehouse packer now. But hey, thank you, everyone who supported the merch, because it was awesome. The launch was awesome, and I was pumped. I do enjoy doing this, and I'm excited to make more stuff. Like the fun part to me is coming up with the designs and working with people to create something cool that everyone's gonna like. So we're at the point now. We kind of did the relaunch, and we kind of kept 3 of the 4 that we have, and now it's time to start bringing out some new stuff. But hey, it went really well, and I was packing all week and packing all day, and it's still going, but I want to share some of it with you guys. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our Moto Monday like we always do, go through all the questions, but at the end, I'm gonna tell you guys how you guys can win some of this merch. I got one of our new embroidered hats. I signed this already. I didn't sign all the merch, but here, like when I pick you guys and I DM you guys, if you want it signed, I'll sign you. I didn't sign everything because I don't want to blast up your stuff. If you're like, hey, I just want a clean hoodie. I don't need your big name on my hoodie. So I didn't sign everything. Check this out. This right here is, anyone who's followed me for my career knows Shui was a brand I had a long time ago back in the day. And it was all Japanese style, tattoo style art. And this was like this shirt was our #1 selling shirt. This shirt was in the No Fear stores, and I happen to have some of our Shui left over. So I'm like, you know what, dude, this is like a serious throwback, and I think I'm gonna do a throwback Thursday and take some of the Shui. We're giving some away. We're giving not even to some of you guys. We're giving some away just to the poor, and then we're gonna give some away to you guys. But then we're gonna throw some up on a throwback Thursday Shui drop. But this is one of our deals that we had. So if you want that signed, I will sign that as well. But we're gonna give that away tonight. And then we just have some of our standard tees that we've been up on the website. We got that one. We got the Faisst 26 one, and then we got one of the Faisst 26 hoodies, the black one with the prints down the sleeve. And then last, I'm saving the jersey for last. But that's what so here's the deal. I don't have many jerseys left. Rockstar jerseys anyway, because everyone asks me for jerseys, so they get given away. But I do. This is very limited. I might have one more other than this one. And then, but here's the deal. It's not that I don't have any more jerseys. I just don't have Rockstar jerseys. These are hard to come by because most of the jerseys that I had with Rockstar on it I already gave away. So that is one of the last. And here's the deal. Soon as the 2021. I get my 2021 gear, I'll have a few more jerseys to give away. But now there'll be more of my updated Faisst 26 jersey. So we'll be doing some more giveaways. But I'll tell you guys how to enter to win that Rockstar jersey here at the end. So hang out to the end, and we'll give you guys some chances to win some merch. So let's jump in and do some Moto Monday questions. And then I'm seeing, let's see. I'm just looking for question marks. I'm in the chat. Wait, this is Lauren. He says, I'm in the chat. I think I am. I'm putting you up here. You were definitely in the chat, my brother. You in. All right. So yeah, let's start doing the questions. It's 7:10. We'll go for the next like 40, let's do like 45 minutes. That way I give enough time to kind of go through, tell you guys how you can get all the free merch. But Yeah, man. And let's see, anything else? Oh, deer hunting. I got to go deer hunting. That was pretty sweet. So other than packing orders all week and being the warehouse guy, I got to go hunting yesterday, which was really cool. Because I obviously, a lot of people know I hunt with my dad. I grew up hunting. Me and Big Faisst have been hunting since as long as I remember. Before I probably even was old enough to have a license, he still would take me. But then I would go back home every year and sit with my dad, or sit with my dad, kind of sit with him. We sat separate, but anyway, we'd go on a hunting trip together. And the last couple years since I moved to Kansas, I haven't been able to hunt. My dad's been hunting in his backyard, in the little hunting spot we had. Kind of got shut down over there, so I haven't been able to go. I haven't went home in 2 years. So this was the first time that I've been hunting in the Midwest, and the first time that I even got to go hunting with my crossbow, because I've only hunted with shotgun, and Big Faisst bought a new one and gave me his old one. So pretty sweet. Went out yesterday with one of my buddies, and we kind of jumped around, sat on a bunch of different spots, but we didn't see anything in the morning. And then I saw 3 does in the afternoon, and then right before dark I saw this little 6-pointer jumped up. But he got, fork buck on top with 2 little brows. But he, in the state of, so I was in Missouri, so I was out of state hunting. In the state of Missouri, you have to have 4 on one side, so he wasn't even legal. Oh, Mel's in the house. She's back up here. But that was fun. I was pumped, and I plan on going some more this year, and hopefully.
Fix this for you.
What?
It just looks like a pile of mess.
She don't like my stuff. We'll put up.
I'm just making it look nice.
Where's the hat?
Let
Yeah, let me put the hat up.
The hat back
Here. She loves Brandon.
Well, no, it looked like it was
Yeah,
an
pile of
accident.
clothes. That's it.
And just make sure to tell everyone, if there's new people and they don't know how this works, just remind them again.
Already, I'm way ahead of you.
Is that better?
Way ahead of you. We're already on that. So let me just see. I'm seeing. Cheers, mate. Now I'm seeing Aussie. So the Big Bang, he's an Aussie, mate. Good on you, mate. And then we got Albany, New York, Cleveland, Ohio, San Antonio, Texas, Iceland. Dude, that's pretty sick. Mexico. What's up, homie? Maine. Providence, Rhode Island. This is pretty sweet. See, I like this. This is cool. All over Ashland, Kentucky. I'm saying Ohio. Man, look at this. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. All right, so we're from all over the place. Nice. All right, so let's get it started here. All right. Booyah, booyah. All right. TH. And if I missed anyone's comment, I hope I didn't, because I was kind of jibber-jabbering as I was scrolling. Put it up again. I'm starting right here, and if you already put your question up before, TH, throw it up again, or otherwise Mel will come up here and tell me I missed you. All right, so what is your most memorable moment that you saw either on TV, growing up, or in person? Man, that's a good question. What is my most memorable? Oh, moto moment. Okay, yeah. Now I can narrow it down. I missed the moto part. What is your most memorable moto moment, either growing up, either on TV or growing up in person? So what is the most, man, you know what? I feel like I have to go with the 360 because it was just such a struggle for me to get that trick. And and if you don't know the story, I need to do a video and tell that story, because that's a long story. I can't really probably get it. I'll take up the whole thing if I try to tell you here. But the short version is, for 3 years I tried to learn a 360, and I crashed in. So I tried it in 2006, landed backwards, fractured my wrist, came back the next year, tried it in 2007, bumped my head on the first try, like seriously got a concussion, like I shouldn't even been riding, but they let me go back out and do it again, and then I broke my foot, and then I came back in 2008, and I switched ramps, went from the 45-foot ramp to the 75-footer, and I stuck it, but it was just this long, picture 3 years to try to master one trick. It was just stress, scary, and then I finally did it, and it felt good to get it off my back, but then I never wanted to do it again, because I was like, man, that was so stressful, and I was just glad I didn't end up in the hospital like the other, or two years prior. So I think just looking back on my career, that was definitely a highlight, to where, I mean, I felt better in that moment than I did when I won medals, because I felt like I won the gold medal, because it took so long to get to that point. So I'm going with the 360. Awesome highlight and memorable moment. And here's the thing, like when I look at freestyle right now, it's the 360 was never like the backflip. When the backflip came out, within 6-7 months, a year, there was multiple people doing it. And, you know, a year and a half later, every top 10 dude was doing it, and then more. Like, everyone picked it up quick. When the 360 came out, it wasn't like that. It was like few people did it, and then everyone saw other people try it, and I probably scared a lot of people out of it. They're probably like, dude, every time he tries, he crashes. But you didn't see a whole lot of people doing it. It was one of those tricks to where it was like, so to me, I was like, man, that says a lot about that trick, because if it was as easy as all the other things as a backflip, and you would see multiple people doing it. And even to this day, like, that trick's been around for how many years now? And go out and count how many guys you see doing 360s in the run. Very few. So that, to me, it just shows it's a gnarly trick. It's hard to master. It's hard to be consistent with it. And I'm just happy that I got one that worked. So anyway, Vidovsky going hard. He says, I went and ordered some new merch last week. Awesome. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. V-Dub has always been a huge supporter. And we love you, brother. And thank you for all the support. And I'm glad you guys like it, because I know V-Dub ordered some of the older stuff and he got some of the new stuff. So I'm glad that you guys can see quality difference. So that makes me feel good, because that's what we're all about. We're making this thing better. We're going to keep getting better and better. This is classic here. Who is this? Karen D. It says, get Brad Weir, I said. Is that my cousin? Karen D? Is it? And who knows what that's from? Who knows that line? I know that line. All right. So I'm going to keep on scrolling. All right, here we go. We got Justin here. It says, do you have any recommendations for tips for pushing? Do you have any recommendations or tips for pushing? Encouraging your kids through their anxiety on the track. This is another good question. Any recommendations for tips for pushing? Encourage your kids through their anxiety on the track. Man, that is a really tough question to answer. Here's the thing, like anxiety, when I think of anxiety, like I think of like the first time when I think of anxiety, you're worried a little bit, maybe there's a little bit of fear there, and the only way to overcome fear and anxiety on the motocross track is seat time. I know I've obviously been hurt. Most of us have been hurt, but every time I've gotten hurt and had a setback, I had to come back. There's always that little bit of anxiety and fear and worry, because you're like, I don't want to get hurt again. But the only way I could ever overcome that was just a ride. I had to get back out there. I had to get on my bike, and I had to, like, even when it was hard and scary and I was a little nervous, I had to push through it and make myself do it. And then in time, I was like, could get through that little bit of worry and fear season, and then it started to be fun again, and then I felt comfortable. It's like, confidence is everything, but you can't build confidence unless you're on your bike. So I would just say, like, man, get them out there to the practice track. Get them, if you have a track at your house, the more your kids can ride, or more any of us can ride, you're going to build confidence. You're going to build just confidence comes from seat time. And that's confidence is huge in all sports, but like big time in motocross. Like everything you do, if you're off the bike, it's hard to feel fluid. It's hard to, like, the more time off is the harder to find that flow and rhythm and build that confidence. So I would just say, get out there and ride and let them have fun. Like, at the end of the day, when they're kids, like I know a lot of parents get tough on their kids out there because they want the kids to do good. And I get it. My big Faisst got a little tough on me at times, so I get it. And if I probably have kids, I'll probably be a little moto dad out there too, cracking the whip. But at the same time, let your kids have fun. Like, you know what I mean? We all started this because it's fun. So don't take the fun out by being overly too hard. Like, I know we want to push them, but let them enjoy what they do. It's like, we all started this because it was fun. And if it gets too much pressure, and that can happen even though at a top level of just the pressure of the industry expecting you to do things, it can take a little bit of fun about it. So let them have fun and let them out there and just get that seat time in. I think that'd be the best for them. All right, so let's get Justin. Oh wait, sorry, buddy. King Squirrely over here. Sorry, bud. I just had you up there. All right, here's Lauren. Will you please send me merchandise with autographs? Thanks. Yes. So here's the deal. Lauren, you're going to have a chance to win signed merchandise tonight, and we'll tell you how to do it here in a little bit. So maybe you'll be one of the chosen few. So he definitely can hook you up, brother. All right, so we got a big Dan B here. It's my boy from out west. Let's see. It says, where can I get shift gear customized? I want the shift lettering. Sites like Motorsports and Rocky Mountains have different fonts and numbers. So you're basically, I think what he's saying is you want to customize your jersey on the back the way the shift team does, right? Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm thinking you're saying. Where can I get shift gear customized? Does Shift not do it? Do they not do it for the public? Because I'm not sure if they offer that or not. But that's who does my stuff. Is it comes straight from Shift. But I'm sure. Oh, here comes Mel.
You can finish your answer.
But I'm sure if that's what you're looking for, like just the customized, like the way Hanson's name is, the way my name is, I'm sure. If you showed that to a graphic designer, someone should be able to mock that up for you with your name and kind of do a little knockoff for you. And there's a company called ZLT in California, and he does the stickers. He does that type of stuff. I believe he does jerseys too, but I know he does, like, if you have a chest plate, he'll do your name and number for your chest plate. He did a bunch of stickers for me when I raced off-road. So look up ZLT and see if he does jerseys. I think he does. He's located out in Corona, California. And tell him Faisst sent you, dude. He's one of the homies. So he's probably close to you, dude, because Dan's from San Diego, I think.
Tell
Lauren?
When they buy merch from you, anyone can.
Oh, okay, yeah, like good point. So we're gonna pop Lauren back up here for a second. So Mel's making a good point. See, that's the helper. Here's the deal: anyone who buys merch, you have the ability to have me sign it. So basically, if you go to the website, pick out your product, and you go to checkout. Right when you're going to checkout, there's a little box that says like, have Faisst sign your merch or something like that. I forget what it exactly says. But you just click that box, and then it gives you a place to write in what you want signed. And you can say, sign the hat, sign this, whatever. Tell my wife happy birthday, whatever you want. So there is options when you do buy merch. But like I said, you all have a chance to win some tonight as well. But just so you guys know, in the future. And I think that's cool because I wasn't able to do that. And I signed a whole lot of stuff tonight. It was every time someone bought something, they're like, hey, sign this, sign that, sign this. So I thought that was sweet. All right, so we got Jacob here. Says, what tire do you think is best for medium terrain? It's the tire that I have on, and I'm trying to think of it. Should I send Mel out to the garage? Is she listening? Mel, go look at the tire and tell us what's on my bike. It's Dunlap. And I can't think of the numbers right now. I have the worst memory in the world, but it's the good intermediate tire. It's the one you want. And if I can't remember right now. Here's the deal. We'll put it in the links after the thing. If Mel doesn't run up here and tell us what it is, gosh, I'm sorry, dude. I can't remember what my tire is, but it's good. And we'll put it down in the when we finish the video. We'll put it in the links what the tire is because it is a good one. I won't. Is it a?
Where do you even find the number
on the side? It's like a 50 something, I think. I got that terrible memory.
I mean, I'll go look.
Go look on the side of the tire. Just take a picture. Turn the garage light on, and take a picture of my tire. The sidewall. It's like it'll say like some numbers and letters. It's like a 50 something, I think. Some of you guys might know what I'm talking about right off the bat, but my brain's jacked up. Help me load. But I'm going to hook you up, Jacob. We're going to make sure we get that for you. All right, so we got Sean here. Oh, so here you go. Sean, how sick was the freestyle in Fort Scott? And you going to go hit it. So it was super sick. And yes, I would definitely go ride if I get the invite. But it's on private property, and I don't have no access unless someone hooks me up and says, come out and ride. But, dude, I know you guys seen all the videos. It's sick out there. Definitely one of the coolest spots. Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool. So it says Super Chat 26. So from Brian, that's pretty cool. He says $26 for the 26 show. Much love and everything you do. So that's pretty cool. So big shout out to Brian, brother. Hope you're doing well. Seen you posting out at the track the other day, ripping it up. And hey, we're going to have to ride this week because it is going to 60. And it could be the last warm week here in the Midwest. So let's get together and go moto, dude. I'm down. This has to be my cousin. I know it's you now with the Mickey Thompson tires. It's my cousin Karen. Almost 100% positive. Just because of this. She needs tires for the Jeep. So anyone got some Jeep tires, hook her up. That's too funny. All right, so let's see. Let's get Lauren up here one more time. Let me says, I'm dying to get that shirt, bro, with the autographs. Can I please have the jersey, please? All right, you stand a chance just like everybody else. So we're gonna tell you guys how to get that. So let's get Eric D up here. So he says, what is your favorite part of being sponsored by Rockstar? You gotta love all those Rockstar. Or what was? Yeah. So what was your favorite part about? Probably the chicks. No. No. I mean, here's the deal. Like, it's cool to be with a company for a long time. And Rockstar, be honest with you, I was with that company. It's not longer than Metal Militia. It's probably the two companies I was with the longest. Metal Militia, maybe Metal Militia longer, I don't know. But both of them a long time. So there's two companies I was with forever. So it's just cool to not have to jump around every year and just have a company to work with you year after year. And Rockstar, everyone there was cool. I had a good relation. I mean, I'm still super tight with the team manager on both the moto side, and my boy Jordan was the off-road dude because I got to race off-road with those guys. But he's changed job now. But anyway, I always had tight relationships with everybody over there. So I think that's what's important, is having good relationships with people, and I did. And that's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed the people I got to work with. And they always supported me. Like, even think about it. Like, I was on that team for 14, 15 years. And then when I said, hey, I want to go drive off-road, they helped support me a little bit, you know? And they didn't have to do that. Like, I wasn't an off-road guy. I was a dirt bike guy trying to do off-road. And they were still willing to give me a budget to go try to see if that was going to be something I was going to be able to transfer over into. So I thought that was super cool that they gave me a shot, you know? As soon as they saw me not doing good, they're like, hey, we're cutting the budget, dude. You're not even close to the podium. But hey, much love and shout out for Rockstar for being there all those years. I appreciate all the support and still love all those dudes, Mateus and Jordan and Kelso, everybody. Good group of people. Oh, mail's back. What is it?
Does a 51M
Yeah,
make any sense?
50. Let me see. 51M. I told you.
It was too dark. It was way too dark.
51M. I told you it was 50 something. So 51M. I feel like there should be another.
It was like an 80/100.
Yeah. You don't need all the. Yeah, that's just the wheels. 51M. M51. M51. Yeah, that's the one. You know what you guys will find it. Look for the Dunlap M. I knew it was a 50 something. M51.
Tell them I'll try and look it up.
We'll still put it on the links, but that's the one. That one, in my opinion, works awesome on like intermediate stuff. Sweet. Karen wants a Brett Weir autograph. All right. So let's keep it cracking here. Do you have any old No Fear jerseys you want to sell? Here's the thing. You know what's funny? I don't have any that I want to sell, but I think I do have one. But this is what I've done through. I've kept all my helmets. Like I said, I believe I gave one helmet away to my buddy Chris Ackerman, who got paralyzed. He was paraplegic, broke his neck, and he's been in the bed for 15 or plus years. But he's the only dude I've ever gave a helmet to. Never kept anything else. Got my helmets. That's it. Never kept my bikes, sold all my bikes. But I did keep one set of gear from each year that I rode for a company. So I have one set of No Fear gear, top and bottom, from when I rode for them. So what my goal is someday, if we ever get a shop, I want to do like a storyline of pretty much like my whole entire riding career from like with photos. And I want to basically, and I got this idea from Mcgrath. So has anyone seen Jeremy Mcgrath's trophy room? Because this is where I got the idea. And obviously mine can't even compare. His trophy room's insane. It basically takes up the entire like loft of his house. It's like you walk through this maze of Mcgrath. It's sick. But anyway, I want to do like mine will probably just take up one little wall because it's not that awesome. But I'd saved each one, and I want to do little. McGrath had these mannequins. He had mannequins on his bike of the years that he won championships. So he's like in the 1-800 collect, sitting on that, the number one bike, and then he had this year gear, that year gear, and it just looked. I'm like, oh man, that's such a cool idea. So I remember I started looking for it, and somehow, some way, I still had gear stashed from years ago, and I basically was able to pull aside one set. And I have a No Fear set. I have a Flesh Gear set. I have an MSR set. I have an Alpine Star set. And I think after Alpine Star is when I went to Shift. So not a whole lot of sets because I didn't jump around a ton. But I still think it'd be cool to go from, because think about it, the first ever contest was like shorts, Flesh Gear. I had on shorts, like freestyle wore shorts. I had on shorts with the baggy shirt with the big old BMX knee pads. So Rocka like do a mannequin from like 1999. So to kind of be like a little timeline of like how the sport progressed and then the different companies that I rode for. So if we ever get a shop, I'm gonna set that up. So I do have a jersey, but I can't sell it because it's gotta go with the little trophy room someday. All right. So I got Mike here. So he says, what?
Just know that when the person who asked it last, it's at Alicia, but just know that's always, his name's Josh.
What?
So just acknowledge.
Oh, Josh.
So it was for Josh.
Yeah, Josh. All right, buddy.
He uses his wife's
it's all good.
YouTube handle. So.
Yeah. Me and Josh are tight, dude. He's here all the time. I know. All right, so we got Mike. He says, was it hard learning whips? I think whips do take a little bit of time to learn. Yeah, I feel like whips are just, it's like any other trick. It's, you got to take time to learn whips. So I would say, yeah, I don't want to say they're easy. I mean, you can crack little ones, but if you want to get big, sick ones, it takes some time to learn how to do that. So, but it's like I said, seat time, man. You just got to start somewhere. If you want to learn how to whip, you got to just get out there and start easing into it. And as you get comfortable and as you get confident, they'll start really small and puny, and they'll look kind of like weak, but then eventually they'll look okay, and then they'll start to get good, and then they'll get sick. It's like anything, any trick you learn on a bike. It never looks sick when you start. It always kind of looks like, but you just got to get started. So, but yeah, not as easy as those dudes make them look, but nothing is. They make them look easy because they're so good at them. All right, so here we go. We get Patrick. You got a little hunting question. So what rifle are you using? I actually don't even have a rifle, dudes. I grew up hunting in New Jersey. Only hunt with a 12-gauge shotgun. And yesterday I was hunting with a crossbow. So it's the first time I've ever been archery hunting. My dad gave me one, and so I went with that. And I'm gonna continue to hunt with the crossbow for a little while, and then I might switch it up eventually and go to like the standard compound. But I wanna do the crossbow for a second because I've never done it. And it's kind of never even hunted with a scope, so it's kind of cool to kind of change it up a little bit. So, but I wouldn't mind eventually getting a nice rifle and going rifle hunting as well. I just like hunting. I want to do anything. I think it's fun. I like shotgun because you got to get the deer up close, and that's kind of how like archery is. You got to get the deer up close, a little bit more challenging. But I sat in this box yesterday, and this box was obviously for rifle hunting. And I had a little rangefinder, and I had some does walking out. I had a couple does that are like 147 yards from me. And I was like, just sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, dude, this would still be kind of fun to kind of sit there and like put the scope on them and take one down at 150 yards. That'd be pretty sweet. So I think I would enjoy all types of hunting. It's just a matter of having a place to go to do that. Like, I don't know anyone will let me rifle hunt yet. All right. Oh, wait. All right, so we got our buddy back up, Josh, right? Got Joshy boy back up here. He says, how are the moto classes going? They're going good. We had a class 2 weeks ago or so. So we had a class about 2 weeks ago, and it went awesome. And now we are looking. So here's the deal. We have a class scheduled for November 14th, and I've been watching the weather. And I actually was like, man, I wanted to bump it because you know how you only get like 10, 14 days out to see on your app. The November 8th weekend, and I wish I could bump it and put it there because it's going to be warm. And I was like, oh, man, it's going to be warm that weekend because I'm kind of like, is it going to be warm, cold? If it's going to be freezing like it's been, I'm going to just cancel it because I don't I don't want I want people to enjoy the class, and I want to enjoy teaching. I don't want to be out there freezing. So, but I can't bump the class because I'm out of town that weekend. I got to go Florida or Georgia. So I can't do it. So I'm leaving where it is, and it's still available. There's a couple spots left. But if it's freezing, everyone will be getting refunds because I don't want us to be just not enjoying standing out there. But if the weather's good, we're doing it November 14th. And it's, like I said, so if anyone's interested and you want to kind of play it by ear, watch the weather. And then if you want to jump in it, let's do it. And that's the last one of the year. And I honestly, I think come next year, I might just, because I thought December was going to be like the hit or miss. And now I'm like, well, November's almost like, can you do it? Can you not do it? So maybe next year I might just clip it at October and then take off a couple months before we start hitting up, hopefully, California classes. But anyway, as of right now, it's on November 14th. All right, so let's get Brian up here. He says, what is your favorite workout post riding? What is your favorite workout post riding? If you guys haven't noticed, I like to spin. I'm a spinner, so that's probably my favorite workout period. And I like to do it post riding, pre riding, all the time. So I enjoy spinning. I spin a lot at the gym, and I was riding my road bike a ton here, just on the road for a couple months, and before I jacked up my knee downstairs. But that, I would say, I'm a spinner. And I'm sure if you've watched my story, because Mel keeps telling me stop posting the spin photos. She's like, we've seen it too much. She hates on my spin photos. But I love spinning. It doesn't, see, here's the thing, running hurts my knees. I had 2 ACL replacements. When I broke my femur, I had my rod put through my knee. So my knees just jacked up. They hurt. So when I go jogging, I'm just in pain. It's not fun to jog. So I like to spin to get cardio in because it's a much more comfortable. All right, so let's get Anthony up here. I didn't miss anybody's questions, right? He says, Ronnie, it's getting colder, and I'm having more and more difficult starting my two-stroke 250. Is that jetting thing? A different plug? Why is it getting worse as it gets colder? I think that's just normal. I think bikes are just in general hard to start when it's cold. Could it be? Hey, it never hurts. Plugs are cheap. It never hurts to throw a new plug in it. Throw a new plug in it, see if it fires up more. It could be a jetting thing, but if it was starting fine, when it gets colder, think about this. The colder air makes a bike leaner. So could it make it a little bit harder to start? Maybe. I don't know. I think I would have to run that one past big old Tony Boy Jetski, my old school mechanic, worked on my two-strokes, just to really give you a good positive answer. If that's the key, maybe. But I think in general, bikes, like even my bike's fuel injected, but when it's cold, it doesn't want to start. So I think cold, it's just engines on cold. Think about when you go to, start anything when it's cold. I go to start up my little blower to blow the driveway off when it's cold, and I got to pull it 500 times to get it going. So could just be a cold weather thing. Might not be a issue. But Tony Jetski, look up Factory Elite Factory. He's on Instagram, or Factory Elite. Good Lord, my memory. His name's Tony Jetski. He was my mechanic forever, and he seriously knows everything. Anytime I have any issues with anything or have any questions, I hit him up. So you could just DM, I believe it's Elite Factory. Let me look it up. DM him and seriously tell him Faisst. Say, yo, I was talking to Faisst on Moto Monday, and he'll hook you up because that's my boy. Let me see. Elite Moto Factory. Right here. Can you guys see it? Can't see it, huh? It's all blurry. But that's it. Elite Moto Factory. Jetski Customs. Tony Jetski. He's the man. And he used to work for Factory Connection Race Team before he worked for me. So he knows what he's doing. All right. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I keep pulling you guys' questions up here. All right. All right, so let's get Anthony up here. He says, if you know and are at liberty to say, wait, what? Let me ask that. How did Sinkmeyer's pass ride in peace? One of the best. If you don't know. Oh, he says, he's like, if you don't know and you want to say, how did Mike Sinkmeyer's pass? And he was one of the best OGs ride. Honestly, I agree. He's definitely one of the best. How he passed, man, I don't, dude. It was all kind. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what really happened. All I know is that he went to bed and didn't wake up, and then they took him to the hospital, and supposedly they revived him. Everything was fine. And then supposedly he checked out at a hospital, went back home, went to bed, and then never woke back up from that. So some people say it was pills and stuff because he did get hurt and he broke his back. But I don't really know. It was a lot of, it was quiet. Who knows? But it could have been pills. But sad to say, that dude was sick. And here's the crazy thing. Mike Sinkbars was born on the 26th. I didn't know that. Me and Mike Sink were tight. Me and Sink had a really good relationship. I didn't know that. Someone commented that after I shared this 26 story. They were like, you know Mike Sinkbars was born on the 26th? I was like, what? I'm like, no way. That's pretty cool. But sad to say. Either way, Mike was a legend. One of the sickest dudes I've ever rode with. He was the type of dude, when he called you to come ride at his house, you like always got a little nervous because he would build the most gnarliest technical jumps that were super far apart with these little sketchy landings with no decks. So you knew you went to his house, you weren't jumping anything that was like, felt safe. It felt sketchy. You're like, and Sink would be like, ah, and hit it perfect, crack whips over it, and you'd like show up and you'd be like, oh man, how fast you hit that? But he was like that. He was like that at his house. He was like that out in the hills. Sink was sick. But he got hurt. He broke his back, and then that kind of like went downhill from there. All right. Oh, yeah, nothing better than being in a tree in October. Last night was cold, though. It was cold last night. I was lucky I was in the box, and I just had the windows, but my buddy I was hunting with was in the tree, and I was thinking, I was chilly in the box. I'm like, he's got to be cold. So I hit him up. I'm like, you cold? He's like, man, I'm freezing. I'm like, I knew you had to be cold, dude, because it's chilly up here. It was that wind chill. That's the thing here in the Midwest. It's so damp, and when the wind blows, whoo, boy, it bites you. That's what it is, a wind chill. All right, so here we go. Nico. He says, hey, Ronnie and Mel, what up? He said, how far is your longest jump and where? So my longest jump, I'm trying to think if it was Manny's house. So Manny had this fifth gear jump, and then I just saw people, they just started hitting it again. Kobe Raha was out there jumping it, and it was fifth gear pin, and it was over 200 feet. I think it was like 220, 230. It was big. Fifth gear on a 254 stroke, or 252 stroke, sorry. That was a big one, but I did when me and Seth Enslow were roommates when he smashed his head open at Sink's house, and I filled in for him because he signed this contract and he had to go do these jumps, and his contract was like if he couldn't do them, he had to have someone do them for him. So I filled in for him. I played Enslow, put on his gear and jumped the jumps, and I did a couple jumps in San Diego. I'm trying to think how big they were. They were big, but I don't know if they were big as Manny's. They were in 200, so I'm just gonna say like 225 because I think that's what Manny's jump was. And I gotta find that picture. I used to have a sick picture of me jumping it up in my office. I know it's packed away in a box somewhere, but I think Raha hit it in his real moto this year. They rebuilt that place, and he was jumping it. So you've probably seen it in that jump or in that video. And I almost feel like I've seen Colin Morrison posting a recent video jumping it with Raha as well. So you might even be able to check out maybe even Colin Morrison's page and see that jump. But it's a good one. So I'm in the twos. Nothing in the threes. All right, so look at Kyle up here. Says, did you see Danger Boy ripping that 125? Yeah, that kid is amazing. I actually didn't take time to watch the YouTube video, but I saw the clips on YouTube. And, I mean, he's so sick. If you put that kid on anything, he's just going to look like a beast. So he's just fun to watch. He's just got style. So I agree. He is bad, but I need to go watch that new post they did. I was just looking at the clips. Rizzo's in the house. Does anyone else know what we're talking about? Or is this just a Jersey thing? All right, Lauren says, come home with me. Where are we going? Where's it at, Lauren? All right, so... All right. So Karen's saying, I remember when Hulk Hogan came to see me. So that was in Tampa. So Hogan came down to Tampa. Hulk Hogan came to one of our shows in Tampa. I got a picture with him. It's the funniest picture ever. The dude is giant. I seriously came up. I'm like right here. He's flexing like this, and my head's by his arm, and my head's the same size of his bicep. He's a beast. What was this thing? 20? Was it 26? 26-inch pythons. So I must have a 26-inch head. 26. But I gotta find that picture. I got so many cool pics packed away. I need to get them out, get them up. All right, here's some question. Marshall Lauren here. He says, I'm wanting to do a backflip before I die. Will you please come help me flip? I'm confident in my ability, and I will send it and land it, bro. I will help you if you have a foam pit, because that's where everyone needs to learn backflips. You got a foam pit, I would help you. I can teach people how to do flips, but you got to have a foam pit. Don't be trying it without foam pit. He said, all right, so get Brian over here. So what's up, bro? He says, how do you like this? I like this mid-weather. Miss ripping Saturday at, I'm saying that's Adrenaline. Yeah, Adrenaline Motor Park. It was prime. Yes, sir. I know, I missed out on last week. What were we doing? What happened? I was hunting on Saturday or Sunday. Oh, Saturday I had the live. Saturday I had to do the live with Mel for our YouTube channel. So I wasn't able to. I actually was thinking about going to Kingsville on Saturday. That's where I was like, maybe we'll go to Kingsville. And then Mel's like, you can't go to Kingsville. We got to do it live. So I had to stay home and work. But this Midwest weather is crazy. Snowing in October. We got about 2 inches at my house, but most of it, none of it stuck. It kind of blew off. All right, let's see. Let's get Blake up here. He says, what do you think of Jimmy Albertstein? Why do I know that name? I can't pick. What do I know? Is he a racer? Tell me who he is, because I know that name, but I can't put the face with the name. Albertstein. He definitely has to be a racer. What do you? I mean, I can't even think who he is right now. I know the name. I just can't picture. He's a racer, right? Well, I got nothing bad thoughts about him. Only good. All right, so here we go. Oh wait. So, oh, wait, I answered that question. So there's Josh again on the moto classes. I got that one already. Wait, how did I feel like I'm answering all these same questions? Here we go. We got Lauren up here again. He says, I'm going to order a sweatshirt. Will you autograph? And you said you would send me a care package for Hook Me Up last week for being here every Monday, bro. Yes, sir. I will definitely sign your autograph of your sweatshirt. No problem. And I said I'd send you a care package for being here last week. I don't remember that, but maybe I did. Did I? I don't know. I think maybe I should be here this week and I was going to give some stuff. Oh, no, did I not tell people? I have no idea, dude. All right. But I'll definitely sign your whatever you want. I got you guys. All right, so Sean Johnson says, my son wants to know what was the first trick you learned to do. So what was the first trick that I learned to do? I mean, it goes as far back. If you want to go basic to basic, I went from a one-hander to a no-hander, one-footers and no-footers to heel clickers to can-cans to double cans. That was kind of the way I ran it. Super simple. Just ran through the programs. And I tell you, I would honestly, if I was to teach freestyle, I would start as simple as that. Because here's the deal. You can't do any freestyle tricks if you can't get your hands off the bars and get them back to bars. You got to know where to put them. If you're taking them off, you got to know where to put them. Same thing. You can take your feet off, where you're going to put your feet. You got to know where to get your feet back every single time. So you get used to doing this. Hands off, hands on, hands off, hands off, feet on. And then feet up high. High no footer, high no footer, high no footer. Then heel clicker. Get them up here, then get them back down. Then put it over. Put it over. Then put two over. Then swing one over, then swing two over. Like I would start at the same, the learning curve that I went through and watched every single top freestyle dude go through is how I would teach freestyle. I wouldn't try to just jump the gun and go, hey, let's go learn how to do double seat grab. Like I would learn how to grab your seat, 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 do a no footer, grab your seat, do a no footer, grab your seat, do a no footer, grab your seat, now ball up and get your feet above your seat, crunch up, and once you get up and ball, then kick. There's steps. Like there's a whole system of, no one just went herb up and busted out a seat grab. It all started one little step. So I would love to teach freestyle, and I would teach it in that fashion for sure. All right, so yeah, so Brian's asking about the Heather gray hoodie. Don't have it yet. Got these fresh white ones in though. These are my favorites, so might have to add the gray in. See how many more requests we get for the gray. But right now we're keeping it with the black. Sells good because, like I said, we're all moto people. We're always grabbing dirt bikes, so the black's good because we don't have to worry about getting dirty. So yeah, and I like white. I like the bright colors. But keep gray in mind for Joe. All right, so we got Patrick here. It says, do you still have the hookup with those spark plugs? Like, I'm thinking that's a joke, right? Is that from the Seth video? Yeah. I knew it. The next thing right here. He said the spot where you and Seth used to go. Yeah, that's classic. Some people probably get what he's talking about. So I don't even remember what video that was in. Was that my video or Seth's video? Someone did a video of me and Seth had a skit. That's what he's talking about. Old moto skits. All right, so let's see. All right, so how much time we got? So we got about 9 minutes. I want to make sure I have time to tell you guys how to win all this stuff. So, but I want to get everybody's question and answers. And here, let's get this, and we'll go fast here, so I'm running out of time. So I wanted to enter my son in your training program on November 14th. Is that going to be at Green Valley? So here's how it works at Green Valley. They gave me an open deal. As long as they don't race, I can use Green Valley. But if they decide to have a race, then I can't use the track. And a lot of times they don't announce their dates, and I think they just watch the weather too. They've been in Midwest longer than me, so they don't just go early with the dates. They're like, let's wait and see what this weather's going to do. So normally they just tell you at the last second if they're going to race or not. So that's what I probably won't even know if it's going to be at Green Valley or if it will be at the private track in Basor until the week before. And I'll text them, or I usually, if I don't see a post, I just say, hey, is it open? And if it is, we're there. But if not, it'll be back at Basor. But I hope it's at Green Valley, to be honest with you, because the last couple have been at the private track. And it's fun for a coach to be able to teach other stuff, different tracks. So it's fun to mix it up. So I hope we can go to Green Valley just to change the game up for the last class. And if not, here's the deal. I thought about reaching back out to Kingsville and just because I've asked him a couple times this year too to see if we could do it there. And same thing, he's had races on a lot of the weekends that I had planned. So I might even reach out to him if Green Valley's booked and just say, hey, it's the last one of the year. You open? And hey, maybe Kingsville could be a spot because I would love to do one there. I think that'd be a sweet spot too. All right, we got to pick it up here. So does Rod Mel? No. She don't ride. She don't ride, and she don't even really like coming to the track. To be honest with you, she's a home girl. She likes to be home. All right, so we got Henry here. He says, "How do you like your Husky?" And I love my Husky. I think it's a great bike. Very easy to get used to. Handles really well. Feels very light and narrow, and it's good out the box. Like honestly, I put a pipe on my bike, and I went up one tooth in the rear sprocket, and everything else is bone stock, and it rips. So. Recommend a Husky at any time. And to anybody. So here's a good question. What is the best method used to put on grips? So Anthony, the Husky grips actually are go on with an Allen key, so which is really nice. You just take an Allen key, slide it off. Put the new one on, tighten it up. Both throttle and the clutch side go on like that. That, to me, is awesome because you don't have to cut grips off. It's just way better. But back in the day, to be honest with you, I've used everything from grip glue to contact cleaner and to spray paint. And they all work. It's just like you got to be careful with contact cleaner that if you spray too much in it, it can sometimes eat the grip and blow the back of the grip out when you go to put it on. So you got to be careful. Contact cleaner can just be super aggressive on the grip. Grip glue is probably the safest because it's made for that, but it just takes a little bit longer to dry. You got to make sure you get it on, everywhere. If you just get it in one spot, then you're going to have the thing starting to twist at the end or wherever. And then spray paint works, but I've used it before. I think everyone has at one point. So I would honestly probably, if you don't have the little Allen keys, I would just use grip glue because that's what it's made for. but make sure you get it on there nice and even. And get it in the bottom, put a little bit in the bottom of the grip and get it. I always go like this, I'll squirt it in and like get it all in there. All right, we got 5 minutes. Man, we got a lot of questions here. This is the first time I had so many questions. I may run out of time. I'm seeing question marks in a minute. Have you ever rode? I'm going to go quick, so I'm not being short with you. I'm just going to try to buzz through these so we have time. All right, so he says, Brian here, he says, you ever come out to AZ to ride? I've been there, but I haven't been out there in forever. It's been a while since I've been to AZ. Let's get Patrick up here. He says, any recommendation on first turkey call brand? So he's clowning on the skits again. Who's running the Metal Militia? We start part of the Metal Militia family. Red Militia is pretty much done at this point. I think Deegan's still trying to keep it alive, and so I think Deegan just made a comment about he's about to take it back over. He said something about when I posted something, so I think Deegan's still going apart. I mean, hey, I'm gonna always be friends with Deegan and Twitch and all the OGs, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, that group of guys is kind of, everybody's went their own way, but I mean, we're all friends. But as far as like, I don't think you're ever gonna see us running Metal Militia as a group ever again, you know? That's kind of had its time. All right, so Logan, he says, my dude, long time no see. He said, what are your plans with this winter once the snow's out here, coming out to Utah to ride with me and Braxton? What up? Yeah, it's my buddy Logan around Utah. Hey, not a bad idea. I might have to. I even thought about going down to Texas, and Byton lives out there now, and he hit me up and said to come down. So I might have to get out of here when it gets cold. So definitely. All right, so let's see here. Right here, we got a Big Bang. He says, any good tips on putting on my new DBK graphics? Tips on graphics. I mean, if you live where it's warm, I like to set mine out in the sun. Sometimes I feel like if you can obviously use the heater, like a blow dryer or a heat gun, but sometimes it's too aggressive and it almost melts the graphic, and then it stretches it too much. So sometimes I'll put them out in the sun and just let the sun heat it up with the natural heat and put them on in the sun. That's kind of, and if it's cold where you live, then definitely, if it's cold right now where you're at, definitely get out the blow dryer and or a little heat gun. But I always try to, like, say if you're putting it on the shroud, I like to set it on there to where it needs to be and then peel a corner off and start at one side and then work it like this and slowly, I don't pull the whole thing off on bottom. So work it like that and slowly pull it back underneath while you're working it. That seems to work the best for me. All right. So let's see. All right, I think. All right, let's. All right, let's wrap it up here. We got a couple minutes. All right, so here we go. If I missed your question, leave a comment on the whoa. Leave a comment, and I'll leave a comment on the thing, and I'll try to answer it, just because I want to keep everybody all night. All right, so here's how we're gonna do it. We got 4 pieces. We got the RFMX signed, RFMX embroidered snapback. Booyah! So we got that. We're gonna give that away. We're gonna give the RFMX tee, the Faisst 26 tee, Faisst 26 tee. The Shaway throwback tee. Come on, dude. These, you can't even find these no more. Don't even wear that one. Just sign it and put it away somewhere, because you can't find them. And then we got the Faisst 26 black hoodie. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 things, right? 5 things. So we got 5 things to give away, or 4 things. 5 things? 4 things. So here's how we're gonna do it. I had to write it down. All right, let me get it up. Mel put it up here, so let me get it up here. Merch giveaways, but I'm gonna. Here's how we do it. Here's how you're gonna do it. Here's how you get it. Here's how you can win one. And like I said, it's not gonna go to one person. I'm gonna give 5 people are gonna get 1 thing each. You know what I'm saying? So subscribe to the channel, and then like this video. And then here's how you're gonna do it. You got to answer all 4 of these questions correctly, And then obviously you got to put up your Instagram handle because I got to be able to DM you and make sure we got your size and get your address and send you your stuff. So answer these 4 questions. What was the first year that X Games had FMX? What FMX trick did Faisst or I create? Mel wrote this, obviously. I told her what questions, though. She didn't come up with these. Who are the original 4 members of the Metal Militia? And what was the year I won my first X Games medal? So answer all 4, like do those few things. Subscribe, like the video, and answer all those 4 questions correctly. And then I'm going to pick, I got 5 pieces of thing. I'm going to pick 5 people to send those a piece of merch. And when I DM you for your address and your size and all that, if you want me to sign anything, just let me know. Like, I only signed a hat because I didn't want to sign the clothing. Like, you can still wear this and it's clean. You know, it's not like you've got a big signature on it. It's kind of hidden. But these, I didn't want to blast it up. So, but if you want it, I will do it. That's how you're going to win that's how you can win those a piece of merch here. And now, last... I'm wondering if I can still, and this is how we're going to do the jersey. And like I said, this is the last, let's get this one off. Now here's the jersey. Obviously subscribe to the channel, like the YouTube page, and what we're going to do, we're going to open it up, and I'm just going to randomly pick on anyone who buys anything from the website from right now, 8 o'clock until 12 noon tomorrow. I'm just going to surprise you. I'm not even going to DM you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to put this in your order. You're going to get this signed Faisst, Rockstar, ship jersey. So anyone who makes an order is eligible for the jersey as long as you subscribe and like the video. And here's what I want you guys to do. And this is what I love. This week I've been seeing people post it. Every time people get their merch and they post it up, I love it. I'm like, that's sweet. I love seeing you guys with your stuff. So all the winners, or anyone, if you ever buy any merch, put it on your story. Like, I just want to put it on my story because I like seeing you guys rocking the stuff. But all the winners too. Everybody who wins something, once you get your stuff, post it up, or if you feel like it, whatever. If you don't, but I'd be pumped if you did because I want to post it back and say Moto Monday merch winners, and then have all you guys on my page. And then same thing, the winner of the jersey, post it up as well, and I'd be stoked to put you up on my story representing, dude. So that's how we're going to do the giveaways. And actually, you know what? It was 4. Here's the deal. It was 4 things. Is V-Dub still on here? Because I made this up. I'm giving this to V-Dubski. And it was 4 things. I counted 5, I forgot. This is going to V-Dubski. And anyone who's been here week after week knows V-Dubski. I'm picking you before we even start this contest for this. Just because V-Dubski is one of the most generous people I've ever met. He supports all of our merch all the time. And I know you probably bought the old one of this. And I want you to have the new one, dude. I want you to have the new one because the new one's a gazillion times better in quality. So this one's for V-Dub. And then I'm going to give the rest away. So I wanted to do that for him just because you guys know. You guys see how generous the dude is. So much love to V-Dub. I hope he's still on here. He might have signed off. But anyway, I'll DM him if he got off here. But that's how it's going down. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope that I see you guys next week.
Just make it clear that it's in the comments they need to answer that, not
Oh,
in the chat.
yeah. Okay, so Mel's making that clear. Leave your answers in the comments because I'm going to go to the comments and look for my winner. So make sure right now go to the comments.
Not the chat.
And not the chat. Yeah.
So this will go away.
Yeah. Yeah, this will go away. So don't do it here because I won't be able to see the live chat. Make sure you leave your answers. I'm glad you said that. Leave your answers to the things in the comments, and then
Maybe put those questions back up.
And then yeah, screenshot this real quick before we get off if you haven't got it. Screenshot the 4 questions, and then I'm gonna pick 4 winners. And yeah, V-Dub's here. He's here. He says thank you. All right, V-Dubski. Much love, brother. I'm a DM you. I gotta get your address again. But yeah, thank you all for being here on Moto Monday. We're gonna do more giveaways. We're just getting started. It's the first time I got to do this, so I'm glad I finally be able to get back to you guys for being here week after week. We'll be back next Monday, 7 p.m. And what else? Anything else? Anything? Hey, any other questions? make sure leave them in the comments. I always try to answer them during the week. So thanks again, and thanks everybody. It's been supporting everything we do. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week. Mel said peace out. All right, man. See you guys. Peace out.